All right, Shalom. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Shema, Shabbat, Shem, Kakodash. The abundance of the apostle of this great millstone. Shalom to all that came out there pushing the word of sincerity and in truth. Yeah, just want to speak a few words about, all these, niggas, this weird activity going on with a lot of these different Jakes. I've been seeing a lot of posts of these different individuals. I'm subscribed to certain pages, and they go into just all the violence that's taking place in these different streets in Florida, Georgia, New York, all throughout the United States of America, furthermore the world. You're seeing a lot of people just getting, like being the brother joking around, like how son Campbell says, a lot of snot boxes are getting rocked. But a lot of, but jokes aside, a lot of individuals are just getting killed left and right, and it's a lot of these different individuals that's high on, all kind of drugs. They popping all these different adverse drugs, Molly's and Percocets, and bragging about it, taking, what they say uppers and downers, all kind of stuff that's bugging their minds out. And then they, just go on a killing spree. It's a lot of these, it's been a lot of cases, like I said, these rap Negroes and things of that nature, these Jakes, just killing left and right. And I say all that just to, say that we definitely have to be vigilant out here. We have to, watch, who we invite into our lives in this truth, in this ministry. We got to keep our net, our circle extremely tight, because these type of individuals, will lead to your detriment if you're amongst them. You know what I'm saying? You got this one case of this rapper Zeno. I don't know shit about him. Never heard a song from this guy. I just, like I said, I have certain feeds on the tube. It says rapper Zeno goes live with 2 dead bodies, so he killed somebody. And then I didn't watch the video. I ain't watching that shit. And these weirdo Jakes, man, But yeah, says he goes live with 2 dead bodies, so I guess he more than likely, of course, he killed them, and then cut on a recording. He cut a video on and did whatever he did. I didn't watch the the full video, but like I said, this is the spirit of a lot of these different Jakes. I've been seeing a lot of things. You had this one Jake killed his mother because she told him to get a job. You had another dude who killed the whole family. There's been a lot of shootings, a lot of drive-bys, a lot of theft. Jake's been setting shit on fire, grand theft, stealing cars. There's been a lot of car thefts that's been going on all throughout Atlanta, and like I said, on the world, all throughout the world. And it really comes from a lot of these gang Negroes, man. These Jakes, they got to prove something, that want to prove that they bout it, these so-called gang, like I said, gangsters, so-called gangsters or whatnot, thugs, the ones that, and bitches love, excuse my French, women, really they're bitches because, they're shameless. They love these type of Negroes. There's a lot of videos even showing that women be like, I want somebody like this. I don't want a guy that pays, that lives a legal lifestyle. I don't want a doctor or a dentist. I want a hood nigga. I want a nigga that has, basically a warrant out for his arrest. And those type of women, those type of men, we keep the fuck away from, like I said, excuse my French, but it's the truth. We got to keep away from these individuals at all costs. Because first and foremost, the scriptures tell us to. Sirach 8:15, travel not by the way with a bold fellow, lest he become grievous unto thee. For he will do according to his own will, and thou shalt perish with him through his folly. Right, so you got to watch, who you're amongst, man. Of course, we know brothers, brothers in the safe zone, but I'm saying for brothers, associate themselves with previous friends, nigga friends, because we've all come from different backgrounds and different situations of life, so sometimes you have a close connection with certain people, and sometimes you don't want to let that relationship go, but depending on the individual and his level of wickedness, what Jake gets into, you get the fuck away from him, man. You know, a lot of these Jakes don't have no value. A lot of them not an asset. They don't add to the scriptures. They take away. I mean, we see these type of individuals every day, every week at camp. We'll go to camp. Jake does not respect the word. You had these different individuals trying to mock us. We was preaching a word. We was they tried to run into us. You know, and these are the same individuals. That some people be holding, a strong relationship with, and they got the nerve to say, "Oh, these are good guys." Nah, these are niggas, man. These are two bits. You know, they good for nothing, like the scripture says. The scripture says, "Meat for nothing." All right, Sirach 13:13. Observe and take good heed, for thou walkest in peril of thy overthrowing. When thou hearest these things, awake and thou sleep. Right, so we got to be, as it is written, be sober, be vigilant. We have to be as sober and vigilant as possible, because we know that Satan is on the prowl, and that Satan uses vessels, through them, of course, unction through the Most High, to push out a particular will. And like I said, these jakes be on, weird frequency. That, like I said, they be on demon time, as well as these women. And, in the midst of this pandemic, they be on all type of, antidepressants and all kind of drugs. And if they don't get their necessary fix, their mind just goes sour, and they want to vent their frustration out on the closest person around them. Like I said, that's why it's even situations where these, best friend, one friend to kill his own partner, so to speak. Because Jake doesn't deal with judgment. All right, it ain't like Jake will sit down. They're gonna, deal with the scriptures and deal with reasoning, logic, and humble down. And take correction. Scripture speak about correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way. A lot of these jakes ain't even in, not even in the truth. They ain't even walk towards the way, So they hate the correction. And the scriptures speak about don't even reprove certain individuals like that, man. So if you're amongst a man that you can't tell nothing, why are you even around him? If you can't tell him anything for his betterment, if everything you says to somebody goes in one ear and out the other, you have no business being amongst that individual. If he doesn't take you serious, take your advice, your counsel serious, if you reject the word of the Lord, he's always casting down the words that you say. He basically taking your words for shit. Then disassociate, clip, tie. Hey, even the scriptures say that even when you have women that don't even go the way you want. If people in your circle are not going the proper direction, as it is written, how can two walk together lest they be agreed? They can't. It's impossible, and that's why you gotta throw your emotions out the window. It don't matter if it was, little Tom that you used to be cool with since y'all was 6 years old. I could personally say it was a couple of friends I had, coming into the truth, because I came into the truth fairly young, and I didn't want to break ties at first, but the spirit just kept showing like I shouldn't even be amongst these guys, man. They're very niggerish. They have ill nature. They, like I said, they don't respect the word. They never did anything bad. Well, it was a couple of situations, of course. It'd be like case by case things, but these individuals, how it is. Brothers are no friends of the world and shit like that. You grew up. Your family knew their family. You stayed around their houses. They, parents might have made you breakfast every day. Stuff like that. Then you end up, because we in the flesh. Then you end up, getting attached to certain individuals. But when you graduate and you get on a level through the spirit, you start to see that you have to disown certain individuals like that, because a lot of those jakes carry a lot of baggage, man. That's what Erykah Badu had that song Bag Lady. When certain people carry a lot of baggage and they don't want to give that baggage up, it starts to weigh on you, and you got to carry that shit, man. So in order to lighten your load, be amongst men that's, the baggage that we carry is just word of Yahweh Shema Shot, so to speak. This is what we're burdened by. We're not burdened by, felonies and records and, and warrants. You know, Jake be hot in the streets. You know, a lot of people be wanting to kill certain individuals, and then you over there kicking it with them. That's why you got to watch these type of individuals you associate with. 1 Peter 5:8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. Right, and you could get devoured by association, man. You just amongst certain individuals, and like I said, you don't know what type of mud that he's, stepping into in these streets. You know, he got a dirty track record. Most people he's amongst, he's confrontational. Certain sides of the city, he can't even go to because people want to push his shit back, man. You know, and you just kicking it with him. That's why I said be sober, be vigilant, because the adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. And like I said, the devil comes by the white man, but he uses these little street niggas, to excite violence, to what? Push numbers, push more people into prison, push more, which actually helps with labor, helps with, them increase their revenue from basically slave labor, free labor from prison workers. And we don't want to fall into any of those nets that the devil has cast for us. Scripture speak about even women being snares and nets. We have to be snare free. We got to keep ourselves out of these different situations that lead to our detriment. But, hopefully, this was edifying for brothers. I'm going to end it by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Shema, Shabbat, Shem, Kakadash, the bottom of the apostle of the great millstone. Shalom, Maki.